Indeed. Now, 3 police officers accused of the murder of 16-year-old Nathaniel Julies are in court and expected to apply for bail today. We understand sparks are flying, with police officers blaming each other. Let's return to the story now. Reporter Aviwa Mtila is following that story for us. And a real battle, Aviwa, good afternoon to you, between accused number 1 and accused number 2.
Quite visibly, Jeremy, a battle indeed between Scorpion Simon Jalivana, who is accused number 1 in this matter, who basically took to the stand first via his lawyer, basically read out an affidavit from him, basically pinning the death of Nathaniel Julies, the person who shot Nathaniel Julies, to 23-year-old female officer Caitlin Whiteboy. He says that on the day there were 2 live ammunition rounds that were found on the scene, basically, and his involvement was to assist when Nathaniel, as he says, was still alive, taking him to hospital where he eventually passed away. But we heard from Caitlin Whiteboy that, in fact, she's been receiving death threats, and her accounts on the day are around saying that they'd used that pump gun previously on the day in Freedom Park, essentially, where she fired rubber bullets. And then later on, she was ordered by accused number 1, basically, when Nathaniel was shot. Then that ammunition was live ammunition, where she didn't know that it was live ammunition, saying that she thought it was still rubber bullets that were still being fired at that stage. She then received death threats, we've heard here, via WhatsApp from accused number 1, even offering legal representative in order for Caitlin Whiteboy to corroborate accused number 1's story. But just to get some reflection on what we've heard today, I am joined by Bridget Harris, who is Nathaniel's mother. Bridget, thank you for joining us here in NCA. Certainly some startling revelations that we've heard here today.
Yes, I've heard the confession, and for these 2 weeks it's been hard for me in torturing. I didn't know who did pull the trigger, and you know, for Nathaniel, he's so young and his life has been taken away. As a mother, it's very heartbroken and it's torturing, because you know what, at the end, it doesn't matter who pulled the trigger. They're all guilty of wanting murder.
That's certainly the case, Bridget. Do you want to maybe talk to us more on sharing that? Because originally everyone thought it was this notorious Scorpion Simon Jalivana police officer. Now that you hear that it was a 23-year-old, what do you make of this, and how's the support that you're getting around this?
The thing is this, as I just said now, it doesn't matter who did pull the trigger, who did run around, who did pick up whatever. Because why, at the end of the day, they're all in this thing together. They have killed Nathaniel Julies at the end of the day.
And it is a bail hearing, of course. Hearing these statements, do you think that, what do you make of it? What do you want to happen going forward?
I want justice for Nathaniel, because you know what, his life has been taken away and he cannot do anything about it. He cannot run around anymore. He can no more go buy biscuits for him anymore. He cannot do a career thing for himself anymore. So his whole life was been taken away from these 3 suspects. So there's nothing that I can say, is that they must just get justice for what they have done.
Thank you very much. Bridget Harris, Nathaniel Julies, 16-year-old who had Down syndrome. That's the mother of Nathaniel Julies. Bridget Harris wanting justice. We've heard at this point contradicting statements from accused number 1 and accused number 2, pointing fingers towards each other. Accused number 1 saying that Caitlin Whiteboy, 23-year-old, is the one that fired those shots there. 2 live ammunition rounds were found on the scene. But Caitlin says that she got the orders from her commander being Simon Scorpion Jalivana, also saying that previously she'd used that same shotgun the same day where it had rubber bullets in Freedom Park. And then she got orders allegedly around 9 o'clock on the 26th of August to shoot Nathaniel when this happened. She still thought those had rubber bullets, but it turned out it was live ammunition. And she now says that she's since received death threats, not only from accused number 1, but from drug lords in El Dorado Park as well.
It is nothing short of a human tragedy that is playing out in court at the moment. On ENCA, we will return to reporter Aviwa Mtila a little later on.